Hey, beautiful beauty besties. Happy Thursday. Call here from soggy East Tennessee. I don't know if you guys can hear the pit pattering, the melodic romanticizing of the raindrops on my roof right now, but it's okay. I don't mind as long as the thunder doesn't start back up, because earlier it was getting a little rowdy. But I hope you guys are good wherever you are. I hope your week has been amazing. We've been doing good here, guys. I do apologize in advance. My hands are a little beat up today because I've been packing up a lot of the store. I've been repacking a lot of the storage in my office so then we can move it out into the storage shed because I would like to, have this office sorted out by next Saturday, hopefully. My husband says he wants to paint in here real quick too, so we'll see what's going on. But yeah, my hands are a little beat up and my polish is a little crazy, but we'll fix all that, my friends. I just wanted to give you a little heads up that, we're a little being disrespectful with our hands today. Anyway, let's bring in a card, and then I will tell you guys what we are doing today, because we're doing some fun stuff, my friends. I think, anyway. I hope. Okay. Today's words of the day are, if you don't start thinking outside of the box, it may eventually become your coffin. Yikes. But yeah, hitting home for sure. All right, my friends. So what are we doing today? Well, first we're going to look at some love mail that we got from our beautiful bestie Space Pickle Designs. Just a couple little things that she had sent some of her Patreon members. Because unfortunately, look, I got some candies because, I don't get Sam's Bead Box. And so I'm always got FOMO with y'all and your candies in your office. And look, now I've got my own candies. I'm so excited. Okay. Anyway, listen, I'm a fat girl that loves candy. I'm unapologetic about it. Anywho's, unfortunately, she had to for now, she had to kind of let her Patreon go for now, just because her day job's getting a little crazy and demanding a lot of her attention, and she just wants to do this the right way, right? And I respect her so much for that. So she gave us little prezzies, and I did want to show you this. Oh my gosh. I'm assuming this is like resin. Not resin. Clay. Because, you guys know she's been doing a lot of clay projects and she's been making her own canes and things like that. Oh my gosh. I love this. Oh, look, she did a little space. She signed it. I got her little autograph there in the clay. Oh my God. I'm collecting her autograph. I got I got a Space Pickle thing over here on my wall that has her autograph on it. I love this. And I was thinking about, we could drill a hole in here and just put this on leather, and that would be magnificent. But you know what, guys? I kind of just love it the way it is. And if Pickle doesn't mind, I might put a little magnet or something on the back of here and just have it in my office, like around me all the time, maybe next to the computer. Maybe we could pop it up on a little easel. Oh my gosh. Okay, I have so many ideas. Anyway, she gave me that, and then this was with that, and this is just a gorgeous check glass. This is looks to be a 8mm check glass. Look at that. Oh, look at that. There, Bobo was here. Anyway, look at that color, that purple color. It's like a blurple. It's gorgeous, and it matches this perfectly. And then she also sent us, now I don't know if I know Jody got clay pieces, but I don't know what Jody's look like, because Jody was also in her Patreon. Y'all, we're just out here supporting each other, you know what I'm saying? That's how we do it in our little sisterhood. So these are also clay that she made. Now, my friends, and I told her this, it is not lost on me. And this is so kind of, I don't want to say prophetic, but we have a project today using my Gemstone Orphanage collection, and it's probably going to be our last project. Well, I have another project planned, but not for a little while. So it'll probably be like our last project for a while. And it's not lost on me that this is the same colors of my collection, the orange, the yellows, the greens. So whatever beads and look how beautiful, like, are you serious? These are amazing. So I've decided that whatever beads we have left over from our collection, because we're going to be making a necklace today, we'll use with this. And then she also, look at her little stinking cute little bags with the stickers. I mean, look at this merch stuff. Look at all this. She's just so professional. Let's look at this little bead mix. She sent us a bead mix. It's really pretty. Blue and white and some clear, it looks like. I love a good Space Pickle design bead mix. I sure do. Oh my goodness. Oh no. She stuffed it so full. There they went. I don't think we lost too much. Maybe 2 bicones. And guys, if I know Pickle, these are probably really good, like, Austrian crystals. I don't want to get her in trouble. Or would I be getting myself in trouble? Oh, there's bumpers in there. My friends, there's bumpers in there. Hold on. Do you see the bumpers? The eyeballs? Oh my gosh. Look at this mix. There's some drops. These are like etched check glass drops. There's some, those are really pretty. Nice like check glass drucks. There's some really pretty rondelles. Look at these. These are really pretty. These have like a white swirl on them. Those are really pretty. And then there's some little baby crystals that I know are probably the good crystals. I don't think I dropped too much. Yeah, and but that's okay because she gave me a little spare bag of extra beads. I'm probably not supposed to tell you that, but there it is. Guys, don't ever expect me to keep a secret because I try, but it's hard sometimes. Okay. Not because I'm not good at keeping secrets, because I don't remember about this. I either totally forget about the secret or I forget that it's a secret. All right, so I'm going to put these back in here ever so carefully. We know how that goes around here. I don't know. Gently. Oh, look, there's some of this. Oh, is that crackle agate? Crackle agate? Yeah, it's a gemstone, guys. It's cold. I like that. Yeah, that's like a crackle agate. That's pretty. Like a frosty. Well, it's a beautiful mix. I might not use the, oh, guys, I didn't even show you the flowers. Oh my gosh, there's little baby flowers. I'll be honest, I'm probably not going to use the eyeball beads. They're going to go in my hoard. Yeah, that's what they're going to go. So you probably won't see those in anything other than my hoard. Oh, we're going to do a studio tour maybe. Maybe you'll see them then. Not that studio tour would take very long because my studio is tiny. It's just really the spare bedroom in a like 1970s mobile home. So y'all, it ain't that great, but it's okay. It's all right. We're just real folks out here doing real stuff, my friends. Okay, let me. Oh, duh. This goes in the bag. Let me go ahead and gently put her in her bag. Wasn't that really sweet of her to do that? Oh my gosh, so thoughtful. I love that girl. She is one of my favorites. Guys, I'm actually going to put this piece in here to keep that one safe. She is just something, that one. All right, my friends, so that is my chair that's going on right now. So let me bring a bead mat in. And let's discuss what we're going to do today. Because I'm not really sure. So it was brought to my attention by Patricia that we have not done a half-baked ideas here in quite some time. So I decided to get my Gemstone Orphanage collection together, what I have left, and this is everything I have left minus the pearl strand, which I still have on my desk for other ideas. So we do have, and guys, I made like, gosh, I think I made 6 or 7 projects with this. This was our last project. I think we did 6 or 7 projects, and I still have all of this stuff left behind. Oh, that's an empty one. This is kind of my odds and ends, my single guys. We've got some of these bugles left. We've got some silver components left. Not many, just a couple. These were actually not in the bag. Debbie just sent me these to show me an example of extras. So I do still have some of those, but I was thinking about earrings with those. I have a lot of the gemstones left because I was saving the gemstones for a necklace, which is what we're going to do today. And originally I thought I was going to play with some of this three needle chain, and I don't know what my original plan was because it's been some time since I put all this stuff aside. But I did decide that I do want to add some silver silk. So we have some colors here that I pulled. Now I thought I ordered an orange, but I didn't. I ordered a different color. So we have this green that was in the Wild Things kit, and I think this for sure, because I was thinking about doing a 2 strands. So I think this for sure will work. Now, I also have this color, and this is more of an orange, kind of between an orange and a brown. So I'm just seeing if I like that. This is probably not going to be something I pick, this one here, but this has like an orange over a white, right? So I just thought, let me play with these and just see which ones. And then I have this gorgeous green. Now I did order this green. I think this was called like juniper or something, but I did order this especially to go with this kit, because we hadn't released the kit yet, but it was, you know, I was picking out beads and I was kind of seeing the colors that we were doing. And I thought this would have looked really pretty, but this was a little bit more, it's gorgeous. It's probably my favorite color ever of any silver silk I've ever seen in my life. So there's this little part of my brain that's like, don't use it. Save it. But, you know, I brought it out to the table to play today because I just wanted to see what we're looking like. And I really think I am liking, now that I'm seeing them all together, I really think I'm liking these two. Because this is kind of close in orangeness. It's close in orangeness to these beads, like especially these beads. I think these two, and this is actually turquoise with green or yellow, whatever, over top, but it makes it look really green. And I think these two colors will work. So we're going to use those more than likely. And I also have my Jennifer Miller starter kit here with all my silver silk findings. And I think we're going to do silver because I think I might want to use this clasp. I haven't decided yet if I want to use this now or in my pearl bracelet idea, but I think I have something else in mind with the pearl bracelet idea. So I might use this toggle because it is gorgeous. So we're probably going to use these double-stranded. These are our silver silk. These guys are precious. Listen to them jingle. Cha-ching. Okay, so we're going to use those. And I wanted to see, and I think this will go good because these are both kind of like on the bright silver side. So I think that will work really nicely. All right. Yeah, I like that idea. So now we have to decide. I don't think I'm going to be using any of these cones because it's just, I don't think it'll look right in this design. So let's take the cones out. And let's put the cones to the side. So we definitely will be doing our focal. I'm going to put these aside. I might use these as spacers. I'm just going to put them right next to me. I'm just picking out. We're definitely going to be using these. We're definitely going to be using these. These. We'll throw some of those in there. We might throw some of these. I think we're pretty much going to use everything except for these. Because I really don't want to bring this color yellow in. I don't know, like this color yellow is okay, like, cause it's, you know, it's like a more golden yellow. I'm just weird, my friends. I'm just weird. So I'm just going to leave those out of this one. And besides, I kind of have an idea for earrings, with those orange things that I showed you. I have ideas with earrings using those bugle beads. So we'll just keep that with that. All right. So let's see what we got. So let's get our odd guys out. So these are our odd guys. I don't know if I'm going to use this one. This one's kind of weird looking to me. I'm sorry, little buddy. I didn't. You know what? No, I'm going to use them because that's just not right. So these are what we have left of our gemstones. And then here's just what I have left of those triangle crystals and some of those really small Austrian crystals. So let's put those to the side. I'm not sure if we're going to use those. We might because I don't think we have any other crystals left. We're definitely using those. We're definitely, now I don't know about these crystals. I have 3 of these crystals left. Oh, I did have a couple more of these smaller 4mm ones. I thought I used them all. We have like a couple of them. Oh, these are the ones that didn't have a whole lot of color. I guess maybe I separated them. I don't know. That was a long time ago, my friends. It was a long time ago. So we're definitely going to be using this delicious pile of gemstones here for sure. Along with these, I know, let me put my silver silk to the side. We'll play with this in a minute. Let's put her over here. Let me get a tool mat as well so my tools don't go slamming down. Guys, I tell you, I'm getting brand new tools. I'm so excited. And they're on their way from our beautiful bestie Danielle and the lovely, lovely, amazing folks at Beautiful. We're going to try out some tools. I'm really excited because, listen, I'm still going to... Did I even bring my tools over today? You know I didn't. I didn't even bring my tools over today. I was so excited about the new tools. I was just like, let's go toolless. I'll get them in a second, my friends. I'll get them in a second. I'm going to move these guys over here too. All right. So we're going to put our, because we have different sizes here. So let's just go ahead. I could have done this ahead of time probably. It won't take very long. We're just going to put the 8mm in one pile and the 6mm in another pile. Okay. Boop, boop, ba-doop. Skablooski. There we go. All right. Oh, couple more over here. You go over here, you go over there. Okay. Move it to the side, my friends. There we go. A little seed bead in there too. That's all right. Everybody gets along here at Collie Marie Designs. We all get along. There is no room for drama here, my friends. I promise you. Okay, I'm going to dump these. I'm going to skidoo these out there too. All right, there we go. We do have these beautiful crystals. I might bring some of these in just to give us a little sparkle shine. Now, here's my question. This is what I was thinking. I was actually thinking about doing a double necklace here because I really love these together. And I was thinking this could be our upper strand, and we could do some little stuff in here because we do have all of these little seed beads. Sorry, guys. I know that was annoying. I'm sorry. My ring hit the little... I have like a little spring on my light, and every time I reach over there, my ring always catches it. But we can put some of these in there, and now that will be our first, like our... And then we'll have this one, or, hear me out, or, well, see, this is drilled front face, but that's okay. We can do a little something here. I don't know. I don't know if I want to do that. Because I have a lot of beads here, and I want to use up a lot of these beads. So I think we're going to do a 2-stranded necklace. We are going to have to do a bail for this guy, which is fine. I do have wire. Okay. And then I was thinking, since this is kind of like oval shape, should we keep the ovals up here? Or should we bring the ovals down here? Because this is also oval shaped, right? Maybe we'll use, we got 5. So maybe we'll use, there is cat hair on this bead mat. I apologize. Let's see, what do we have with these stars? I think we have 5 of these. All right. So, because what I was thinking of, since we had some extra dudes, we could do some asymmetrical stuff too. Because originally when I was thinking about doing this, I was thinking about just doing one necklace and having this be the one side. Maybe we'll do that. And maybe we'll do like a bracelet or something. Because I thought that would be really pretty too. Right? That would be one side. And then we could do like... maybe we could do the odd guys over here. So maybe do like a star, a barrel. Maybe we throw in a round. And then our carnelian. We could do something like that. Alternate. Well, I don't know. I think I really like the thought of doing a 2... Guys, this is, so if you're new, this is Half-Baked Ideas, which is basically design on the fly. Except I've had these beads for a little bit, so I might have some slight ruminations about what I want to do with them. But in this particular project, it's very much kind of design on the fly because I really don't know what we're going to do. But I'm thinking we are going to do a double-stranded necklace because we're going to have 2 strands of silver silk, and I think it'd be cool to have, you know, like a double strand in the front. So I think that's what we're going to do. So we're going to do these here, but we may do a little asymmetrical so we can use up some of these... some of these other guys. Maybe we'll do, oh, there's a pumpkin in here too. I didn't even see that pumpkin. Oh, cool. Now we have 3 pumpkins. That's cool. All right. So maybe we can do some of these like chips here. We can like bunch up some of these chips in here. Do some of that. We can use these little guys like in between. Well, I don't know about the little guys. I know we're going to use probably some of those. All right, my friends. Well, oh, and I also brought rings in as well. So, I don't know. I have a ton of rings here. This one I think is just frames mostly. I don't think I'm going to need those. Let me check in here. Let me see what I have that's like a bright silver. These ropes are pretty bright. I don't want anything huge. I think that would be... I think this would be too big. Ooh, these are pretty. I wonder if I don't think I could connect them on that one. I think I'm going to use those. I have these in here too, but I think these are the same as those. These might be a little bit smaller. Oh, they're the same. Okay. I have a lot of rings. It's one of my things. I think they're so versatile that I'm always grabbing them when I see them places like Bargain Bead Box. Sometimes they'll have rings for like $1 for like, you know, whatever, and I just grab them. So I think that's what we're going to use to connect our necklaces to our silver silk. All right, so we have that part figured out. Also, and we have a ton of this silver silk. Also, let me get my tools. Let me just pause you guys for 1 second. All right, my friends, and we are back. So I brought in some bead bugs, and I'm going to bring in some wire, because what we're going to do first is I'm just going to move these little beads on out of my way before I'm crying in 5 minutes. We're just going to move this up a little bit, because we are going to make a bail for our Gemstone Orphan here. And guys, if you don't know about the Gemstone Orphanage, if you're new, it is an amazing, amazing company run by Homestrong Jewelry, who are very, very dear friends of mine. I've been working with them for a while now, over a year, I want to say, definitely. And this was my collection. They gave me the opportunity to create a collection with them. And so, yeah, so that's what we're doing, guys. I will leave all of their information in the description box. Excuse me 1 second. Sorry. They have a YouTube page, a YouTube channel, rather. I'm going to cut about 12 inches of wire here. I think that should be enough. They have a YouTube channel with some really good tutorials over there. And also, every so often they have auctions, which are exclusively over there on the YouTube channel. So what the auctions are basically you would bid on a stone like this. And then you have an option to buy a curated bag that Miss Debbie curates so amazingly. And usually they're called the dress-up bags. They're usually, the value on those are insane. Like, I'm not just saying this because they're my peeps, but like insane. It's because they used to have a studio and stuff. So Miss Debbie has a lot of beautiful things that she just wants to share, right? Because she's such a beautiful person. I'm just straightening wire, guys. Sorry. It's a little bit of a bigger piece, so I didn't want to compromise us over here. Okay, I'm done straightening. But she's just a beautiful person, and she just wants to share so much of herself and all of her beautiful things. So the dress-up bags are usually really reasonable, between $10 and $15, depending on how much stuff she puts in there. But you guys, if you sign up over there on the channel, you'll get reminders. Also, there's a Facebook group. I'll leave the link for that. And I'll also leave the link for the Gemstone Orphanage website, so you guys can go and check that out. They have all kinds of these stones. They're called the Naked Babies. There's some naked cat hairs, and you can go ahead and buy these. So my collection, I believe, has been sold out. But all right, so what are we doing here, friends? So we're going to create a bail. Now, my stone is drilled from the front to the back, which is fine. So we're going to do kind of like a briolette wrap. I'm trying to think of how I want to do this. I probably cut way too much wire. However, I want to do like maybe a little spiral in the front I thought about. So let me think, how am I going to do this? So which wire? Okay. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to take it about right here. And I'm just going to go up. I'm just going to pull these wires together like this. Now, obviously, one is going to be a lot longer. That's going to be our spiral wire. So here we have it in a little V here. And I can take it down just a little bit more. Okay. So this is going to be I'm trying to think which wire is going to be which wire. So this is going to be our wrapping wire. Yes, okay. So this wire is going to go up, and this wire is going to beat the crap out of my phone and go down. Okay. So that's what we have. So I'm going to go ahead, and I'm just going to hold it here with my pliers. And I'm just going to wrap this. Oh, there go the beads. This is a really long piece of wire. I don't know if I quite need this long piece of wire, but I'm going to wrap it. And I'm going to wrap it one more time. Oh, no. Okay, it's okay. And then we'll just take our pliers and fix that. Okay. It's fine. We're going to wrap over that anyway. It's okay. So now this is going to be our loopy here. Oh, you know what I needed? My bell making pliers, and I didn't bring them over. Oh, of course not. Here we go. There we go. So why I want to use these particular pliers is because, all right, I think I'm going to go with that side. This wire is way too long. I'm about ready to cut some of this off. I don't think I need this much. I'm cutting some of it off, my friends. Just a little piece. So that's way too much to deal with right there. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this here, right? And I just want to make a little bend. Just want to make a little bend here. I'm probably making a mess, and it probably looks like all kinds of doo-doo. But we're going to take our second to smallest mandrel here. And we're going to put this right in here. You know what? Let's get this guy out of the way. There we go. You can come over here. Let's get you out of the way. Okay, we're going to put that right in here. And then we're going to go over our mandrel. Okay. Oh, look, I can't do it now because of that wire. Carl, what have you done? You cut way too much wire. That's what you did. Okay, where are we at? Okay, so we're going to go through there once and twice. So we've gone through there twice. I am going to kind of scoot those together on my pliers a little bit better. And that's looking not great, but it's going to look okay, my friends. I'm not a wire expert, but I think we'll be able to fix this somehow. So let's go ahead. Push those together at least. Okay. So now we're going to go ahead and we're going to continue here. Now we have both. Yep. So now we can take this wire, bring it around the back. Try not to get this out of place here. Up here. You might have to use your tool. Let's use our tool. I'm going to bring this up a little bit. There we go. And over. Okay. I had a weird gap there. I didn't like it. Now I'm just going to fill in. And we're going to fill in. There we go. Oh, there's one more. And we're going to just slide that in there. No one will know. Look how nice. Look how nice that came out. Okay. I told you guys. Have faith in me. It might not look pretty at first. But I'm sure I have it at some point. Just going to go back here, and we're going to cut a Rooney. Oh, no. Don't cut your loop. Did I cut? No. Okay. I was scared for a second. Now, I am going to take my pliers here, and I'm just going to fix this up a little bit. Just going to kind of, there we go. Bring them together a little. Don't squeeze them, though. You don't want to get them out of shape. We are going to split them apart, but for now, that's good. Okay. So now this is what we have. So now I'm going to take this wire, and I'm going to continue my path around. Oh no, that's going to bend it. Call, don't do that. Okay. No, we're not going to do that. You know what we're going to do is we're going to put this back on the tool. That's what we're going to do. Okay. Then we can spin this wire around, I think, if it's on the tool. Maybe I should have used 22 gauge wire, my friends. Maybe I should maybe that's what, you know what, that's what we're going to do. I'm going to be right back. I think I'm going to use, this is just it's too thick. Hold on a second. Okay, friends, and we're back. So I've decided, as I was digging out my 22 gauge wire, I had a better idea. And I'm still going to use the 20 gauge wire, but I think I have a little bit better idea of what I want to make. Because that bail, that just wasn't working for me. I just wasn't like, I didn't like it. So I'm going to cut myself about an 8-inch piece of wire. Will I need that much? Probably not. But it's better to have more than not enough. So, let me find I just got to, get my nylon jaw pliers. Oh dear. Sorry about that, guys. Almost impaled myself again. I did that once with round nose pliers, impaled myself right in the thigh. Had to go to the emergency room because it wouldn't stop bleeding. Eventually they got it to stop bleeding, and we just had to put a compression bandage on it, and I had to wear that for a couple days, but no stitches. Because it was a puncture. It was a puncture, my friends. It was bad. It was right in the inside of my thigh. And that sucker, when I tell you, I was like, I punctured it, and I had about a second to think about what just happened. And then all of a sudden I felt blood just running down my leg. And it was like 1 o'clock in the morning, 12 o'clock. I don't know. It was some obscene time. I was screaming for my husband. It was bad, but but we survived, my friends. Anyway, oh no, we're not going to do that. So what we're going to do, this is in our second attempt here, is we're going to take this wire, and I cut about 8 inches, and we're going to go down here about this far down. Maybe we're going to make a bend. And then we're going to come with our, I think we're going to do this one, which is the kind of middle. I think this should be big enough. We don't need it too big. This is kind of thick. So maybe we'll take it up to this is the second to the biggest. I don't think it needs quite the biggest, but, so we're going up to the second to the biggest. We're going to take that wire, we're going to wrap it around, and if I think it's too big, I'll just cut another piece of wire. Okay. And then this is what we'll have. Guys, don't close that. Just take that off your tool. So we have this. It's a little overcorrected, but that's okay. Now look, it's an egg. Carl, look what you have done. What have I done? My friends, today is not my day. Is that even the right one? Nope. Today is just not my day. Okay, there we go. Just gonna center this up like a lollipop. Okay, that's better. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna open this guy up, and this might be a little bit too big of a loop to loop. Let's see. We're just gonna scoot our guy on, close that. Let's see, is that too big? Yeah, I think that's too big. I think we're gonna go with a. That's all right, guys. I'm not wasting wire. That'll be scrap wire. You guys are like, oh my gosh, more wire. No, it's all right. It's all right, my friends. We'll be fine. I do have to straighten another piece of wire, though. So I do apologize for that. But what was I talking about? Oh, yeah. But it was okay. I survived it. What had happened was I was over there doing something. I don't know. And and I had a tool in my hand. And I had my round nose pliers were kind of on my desk, just like kind of like these pliers are just on my desk. And I guess I must have knocked it off the table with my arm, and forgetting that I had a tool in my hand, I went to pick it up, and what happened was the tool that was in my hand actually smacked down onto the plier and pushed them right into my thigh. Yeah, it was definitely an experience, my friends. One that I don't recommend. Okay, enough shenanigans. Okay, so we're going to go about down here. Like I said, we're going to make that bend, and we're going to use the smaller mandrel because that loop was just too big. It was too big, my friends. All right, let's use... I think we're going to use this one, which is number 3 in the rotation. So let's go ahead. We're going to turn our loop. We're going to spin our tool, bring our wire over, center up that loop, right? Take that off the tool, and then we're going to open it. That's a much more dignified loop, I think. Let's just do a little work hard in here for a second. There we go. And we're going to open that up, and we are going to slide. I'm trying to think of how, I guess we slide it on this way. Would that make it the front way? Yes, okay. All right, so we have slid in our guy on here. Okay, and then we are going to go ahead and we are going to just close this together with our tools. And then hope when we turn we're going to do a little wrap here. Hopefully, there we go. We're not spinning everything around. Okay, so we're going to do like just a couple wraps. Doesn't have to be a lot of serious wrapping here, my friends. I think that's good enough. All right, because we're going to make more wraps at the top, so we don't need like all the wraps. Just a couple. Get this little sticky dude out. All right, so now we're going to make our bail portion. So I'm going to take my tool again. Do I want to put a bead in between? Do you think that would be fun? You think we put a bead in between? What if we do this guy? What if we put him in between the wraps? Would that look cute? Or do we want to use just like one of these? Ooh, this one's pretty. Let's see how that would look. Now, if I had 22 gauge wire, I might go across it, but I won't do it with the 20 gauge just because I think that's cute, right? Or we could use one of these since we have an odd amount, but I think this might be too much. Yeah, I think that's too much. All right, let's go with one of these. Let's go with that one again. That was really pretty. Okay, so we are going to go ahead and we are going to take our pliers. We're going to go about here because we want to, I think that should be good. Bending it over the tool, creating that space. And I think we are going to use this second to smallest. I think that would be good because I think we're going to want it, if it's too small, it won't go over these. We'll just use like a 15 hour or something. But all right, so I'm going to take it here and I'm going to spin that over, rotate my tool, bring that back around, and I'm going to do it one more time. And I'm going to try to lay it kind of close to the other one, right? And you can smoosh them over a little bit, okay? Bring that around, okay? Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to switch hands. We're going to leave this on the tool. And then we're just going to put some wraps in here. And we're just going to try to keep them nice and even. And we should be able to fit one more in here. There we go. Take that off the tool. And then that's what we have. I know it looks a little weird right there, but we're going to open them up and it'll look a little better. Let's just clean this up back here first. We'll go ahead and cut this off. Actually, I'm going to put that in the scrap pile. Okay. And now let's find our little sticky dude. Push him right in. There we go. And then we can come over here. And I'm going to put my tools, I'm going to kind of slip my finger through here. Guys, that's just paint. I promise. It's actually paint from the other day. And yes, I have taken a shower. Nosy. Yes, I have taken a shower, but that is in my fingernail polish. And it has made friends with my nail polish. And she's not leaving anytime soon. So, once that bonds with your nail polish, yeah. Which I'm going to do my nails tonight anyway, or I'm at least going to take the polish off. Okay, I'm just putting my pliers in here and bending these slightly out, right? Just ever so slightly. Just kind of creating a little bit of a distance between them now. You can use your fingers to get in there and then check every so often. And that's a little, askew. Let's see if we can straighten this out. Hold on, where are you? Let's just push you over to the side just a little bit. I don't know if that's going to help or make it worse. It's just the nature of the beast, I guess. I don't know. I guess I should be happy with it. That was a snort. Did y'all hear it? Maybe if I push this one a little bit closer back together. Okay, I think we're just going to deal with that one. I don't mind it so much. It's not so bad. It's a little cockeyed. It's okay. So am I sometimes. I'm cross-eyed. Did you know that? Well, now you do. So it's fine. It fits my personality wonderfully. Okay, so now comes the fun part, my friends. Oh, let's see if these cubes fit through here. I have a pretty good feeling that they will. That's a pretty big hole. I'm not saying it. Oh, there goes one. Oh, yeah, they're going to fit right on there nicely. I don't know if they're going to sit nice on the cubes, though. That's my only concern. I'm wondering if we should do these instead. Ooh, look, that fits right in there. We might do those instead of the cubes, just because I think they'll just sit nicer on that. I don't know. But I did bring bead string wire, probably at like an hour and 50 minutes already, and I still have no idea what we're doing. Let me bring in some bead stringing wire. I don't know if I want to work on the spool. Let me just see. I just want to see if this is going to work. If our bail is going to work on these beads. Because if not, I might dig up some seed beads for us. Oh, Lord. Oh, my goodness. Okay. Now I'm just going to load my bail on and let's see how that looks. Will you go through? I don't know. I guess that's okay. Yeah, I think that'll work. The only problem is these are not like, not the most colorful ones that we had left. This one's kind of green. That's just the nature of gemstones, my friends. I think we'll be all right with these three. I think that'll be okay. Let's put those in there. Okay. All right, so that's going to work. So now we have to figure out what are we going to... Let me go ahead and put this on here so it doesn't completely unspool itself. All right. So we're doing the chips up with this guy, right? So I think we're going to do a series of rounds and other things. Oh, are we going to use spacers, Kyle? Or are we going to use cubes? Well, that's a good question. Let me bring over some spacers real quick, guys. I know this is forever. Okay, friends, we're back. What did I go over there for? Oh, I was over there looking for spacer beads. So I have some of these wavy spacers. My goodness. Just growing cats over here, my friends. Just growing cats. I thought they would look really pretty. And I also have some of these. These are like little 3mm, or yeah, I think these are 3mm spacer balls. So we'll just put those there. And these are in a an antique silver. So I didn't go with the real bright silver with those, just because the bright silver will tarnish. These are a little bit bright, but I think they'll be fine. Okay, so I think I'm going to, since we had two more of these little guys, this is how I'm going to start and end, how I'm going to start both sides of this so we can use those guys up. And I think what I'm going to do is, yeah, since I only have one, so then we'll use those up. Unless we want to save those for earrings. I don't know. I think we're just going to use them in the necklace. Okay, Call. Think about it. Get it together, Call. All right, so that's what we're going to do. And then we're going to do, maybe we'll do one of these stacks in between each. Maybe we'll do two little of these, and then we'll start doing a couple of these. So we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm just randomly putting these on. Okay, that's cute, right? How many of these spacers do we have? I don't know if I have enough to double them all up, but we'll see. We'll see. Maybe I could do like one of these instead, right? And then we'll do a couple of these chunky ones. We'll do 3 of these chunky ones. These are the 8mm. And then we'll do another 2 stack. And then we'll do, maybe we'll do one of these stars. Should we do 2 or should we do 1? I just don't want to run out. Or should I do one wavy spacer? You know what? I think that's what I'm going to do. One wavy in between each. Okay. I think that would make more sense. Instead of like they look really cute stacked up, but so we'll do one of those, a wavy spacer. And then we'll do, how many of these do we have on there? I don't even know. I lost count. So we'll do 1. I think we had 5. 2. Maybe we'll just do 4. 3. Oh, that's a bigger guy. 4. And then we'll do another stacker. And then we'll do 3 of these. I like that. And then we'll do this little metal ball guy. And then we'll do our star, our English cut or star cut, however you want to call it. I think that's kind of the same. I don't know if it's exactly the same, but. All right, so then, oh, that's cute. Yeah, that's cute. Okay. So then what do we want to throw some crystal action in here? You think we'll do some crystal action? Let's keep, because I'm trying to think of this, how the length I want this to. So this is going to be our bottom strand that our pendant is going to go on. So then maybe we do another fun shape, right? Or do we want to do some crystals in there? That's the question. Let's see what that looks like. Let's do like a crystal and a wavy spacer since they're flat. And another crystal. And maybe another wavy spacer. Okay. And another crystal. And then a ball dude. Let's see how that looks. Where's your hole, my friend? All right. So this is what that looks like. Oh my gosh. It is like, guys, I seriously have to deep clean this office. So this renovation is coming at a really good time because I have to decatify this office for sure. And after we do the renovations, guys, I'm really thinking about not having cats in here anymore. We'll see how that goes. Let's see. So I do kind of like that. About how far are we here? We're at about not quite 4 inches. Okay. All right. Okay, so now do we do our pendant down here by the crystal section? So if that's, so that will make that 8 inches plus crimping. Yeah, I think we should probably do that. All right. Okay, let's do our 3-peat here. Also, Princess has started sleeping on my filming desk, which, whatever. But I have bead mats up here, and she was sleeping on all these bead mats, and I probably didn't shake them off enough. But, all right, let's slip our pendant on. Life with cats, my friends, life with cats. All right, there we go. And now we are going to repeat. So we're going to get 3 of these crystals out. Okay. Then we can use the other crystals in the second necklace. I think that would look pretty. Okay, we're going to do one of these spacers, round ball spacers. And then we're going to do a crystal, a disc spacer, crystal, disc spacer, crystal, maybe ball. All right. Let's see. That is looking good. Okay. Then we'll do another one of these. Do we want to do a darker one or a lighter one? That one's pretty. Let's see how that looks. See, this one's a little darker. That's why I was like, should I do the darker one? Maybe save the lighter tones for something else? I don't know. And that one kind of matches a little bit better. Okay. So we'll do a spacer ball. Okay. And then we're going to pick out 3 of the big ones. I'm going to kind of keep them in the same color tone. I like that. That one's really pretty. It's got some, I don't know if you can see that, those little orange vein, little veiny looking dudes in there. So cute. Okay. And now we're going to do a wavy spacer. And then 4 of those. This one's kind of really an oddball. Okay. Oh, that one's really green. I'll pick one with a little bit of orange in it. Okay. Wavy spacer. Oh my gosh, no. Sir, you have to wait. And then our last guy here, and I think that should be it. Boop. All right, let's see what we have. Do we love it? I kind of like it. Do we think it's long enough? I want a good portion of the silver silk to show. So I think this is about as long as I'm going to go, probably. So we're probably actually going to have a lot of gemstones still left over after this. So maybe we'll do an asymmetrical bracelet with some of these leftover guys. I think that's a good idea too. All right, guys. So I'm going to crimp this side. Yes, I did bring over some crimp tubes and my crimper pliers, and we are using the beadalon wire. So guys, we are using the 19 strand and the 0.018. So we will be using our beadalon number 2 crimp tubes. I like to pair them up. I like to pair them up a little bit, match them up. Okay. So we're going to get a silver and a silver. Oh shoot, we're going to need 2 more, aren't we? Yes, ma'am. We're doing lots of crimps today. Crimping ain't easy. I think it's harder getting them out of the damn. Oh my God! Come on. Okay. Okay. Lovely. Savvy, my friend. Savvy. All right. That's okay. And we'll put them there. I don't want them to get hurt or lost. Okay. So I think I'm going to actually crimp this right onto the finding. So what did I do with that crimp tube that fast? It was right there. Oh, there she is. Okay. Uh-oh, I hear thunder. So I'm going to go ahead. It might be a plane. And I'm going to crimp that wire right onto that component. You can do jump rings if you want. You can also do a wire guardian here. I'm not going to do a wire guardian because I'm not going to wear this necklace enough that it's going to really cause a lot of abrasion. So about right there. We want to give it a little bit of room to move. So we're going to come in here with our magical crimping pliers. We're going to make sure that metal is nice and lined up inside of there. And we're going to create this square shape. And then we're going to go back and we're going to do it again. And then we're going to just keep doing it. And we're going to spin it around as we do it. And then what we're doing is we're creating a ball. We're turning the crimp into like a little bead, which is perfect if you don't like crimp covers. And then I think that should be good. When you feel like the metal is kind of like, you know, not really resisting you anymore, you can stop. And then you'll have this little ball shape. Give that a tug. She is on there. She's like Prego, my friends. She's like Prego. She's in there. All right. So let's cut this. I don't really save the tail wires for any kind of safety purposes. Although I will sometimes on the other side, I will sometimes tuck my my tail wire crimp through at least 2 beads. So, or 1 or 2, at least 1 bead. So this way we have enough, we're not crimping right at the bead. It gives us a little extra room. Okay, I think that's cool. So now we're just going to cut this wire here with enough room to crimp. Okay. Move this to the side. We're going to get our second crimp tube. Put that on. And we're going to get our other ring. And put that on. Okay. Now we're going to take that wire down through our tube like we did in the first one. Bring that through. Like I said, I will put that through this first bead here. And this bead is, the hole is big enough where it will fit the wire. There we go. No, I don't necessarily want you through there, my friend. Just the bead. We're going to pull all that down. Okay. Now, maybe we will take it through the... No, we're not. Okay. So now I'm going to compare my little loops here. Okay. Make this one maybe just a little tiny bit bigger. Okay. And then we're also going to make sure, now I'm going to hold all this together, but I'm going to make sure that this is nice and flexible. You can turn it around like that. I know, like, I have some friends that do that. Jody and Laura do that, I think. And that works really well. Or you can just do that ahead of time and then just crimp like this. It's completely up to you. Either way works. Of course, now I just made that loop too small. Okay. So we're going to come in here. Hold on a second. I might have to just let that go for 1 second. There we go. Because you don't want to go off, because then it's not going to crimp nicely. Just going to pull this back down and I'll shorten my loop a little bit. Okay. I might have made that too small. Let me see if I can scoot her down a little bit. I didn't smush down all the way. Guys, when I first do my first smush, it's kind of like a real tentative smush. Because if you smush it down all the way, then you better make sure it's a good one off the bat. Because if not, you will not be able to fix it. But if you don't smush it down all the way, you still might be able to move it around, right? And then you can smush down really hard. Well, not really hard. Don't ever smush down really hard with these pliers. It's not really necessary. Oh my goodness. We're making a mess in here. It's in there, so I can't really move it around anymore. So I just got to kind of make the best of it. Right? And that's okay. I haven't crimped in a while, guys. I've been making a lot of earrings lately. Forget how to crimp. Okay, yeah, she's locked in there. This loop is not as big as the other one, but that's okay. They're not going to notice. That's fine. All right, because I have to move on, my friends. We have a whole nother necklace to make, plus we have to finish it off. So I must move on. This is fine. Okay, there we go. So there's our bottom portion. Let me fix these little metal rings. So now we have to figure out our top portion. So I think it's going to go like this. And just have to figure out what I'm going to put in between these. How many barrels? I think we're going to do like this. That's really cute. And we have enough that we can do that. So we'll have 1 barrel left over. That's okay. Then I said some of these chips, right? This will probably be left over. We also still have 3 of these star cuts. These I'm probably all going to put on a bracelet. So I'll put them out. So we'll definitely do 2 of these. So let's do those 2 somewhere. And then we'll do some of these chips too, I think. Or are we not going to do the chips? Maybe we'll just do the rounds. I was thinking the chips, but maybe that'll look too funky. So let's take the chips out. Nuggets, rather. They're not chips. They're nuggets, my friends. I picked out, there's some sizable nuggets, but I picked out most of the big nuggets for this bracelet. And some of these have a little high drill holes, so I don't know how they would look in this necklace, so that's okay. We'll save them for maybe the other bracelet that I'm talking about. Okay, so I like that. So now maybe we will do, how about we do a little spacer in between each of these. Little ball spacer. So that'll look nice. Okay, and then one at the end. One at the end. Oh, maybe we do crystal in there. What do you think? Let's see, the crystal was close to here, so so maybe, no, I like this there. Oh, that stays there, but maybe we do a crystal here. Okay. And then, okay, well, let's see how long that is. All right, so that's the good part about working off the spool. You can kind of like, you know, put them on, and then when you cut the wire, you can add stuff on to either end. So let's just see what we have with this. I know we're probably going to, oh no, that one's not having a good day. I know we're probably Yeah, I definitely want to keep that like that. I'm just not sure about putting these in that one. So do we want to do that and then go straight up to some rounds? So maybe do... That's a really pretty orange one. And this one's got a little more orange. Oh, that one's really pretty. Design on the fly. Okay. Okay. All right. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to see how long this is. So what I'm going to do is I think we're going to start out with one of these. Right. So I'm going to put one of those on the end. Or are we going to break these up with the, you know what? Let's break these up with these spacers. Bring them in. So do we just want to do, maybe we'll just do one of each. Sir, can you not do that? Thank you. This is why I'm afraid to get a new chair, my friends. This is why. Because cats are just obnoxious sometimes. I think I'm just going to do one, but I wanted to pick out an orange one because I want to leave the orange one in up on this side. So let's do more of an orange one there. And we'll do another potato chip spacer. That's not a potato chip spacer. I did have some over there, though. Potato chip spacers. They're pretty cool. All right. So now what do we want to do? Do we want to do these star cut ones? No, I don't know. Something is telling me no. What do you have left, Call? Well, I could do maybe... Let's see how this looks. Oh, and then we'll do a little ball dude there, and then we'll do our crystal, right? And then we'll do another ball dude. Go on. And we'll do these beautiful rice. These were one of my favorite beads in this collection, or these rice beads. Oh, I already put stuff here. I love these rice beads so much. Guys, I'm sorry this is a longer video. I'm really like I'm trying to just, I don't know, like I just have so many different ideas about this necklace, and the more I'm stringing, I'm like, should I have done this different or should I have done that different? Like, I don't know. So I'm trying to be settled in my brain about this design because I do like it. I think it's going to be amazing, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I'm thinking this one might be too long for the top because we definitely want the top shorter than the bottom, right? Which I could have not crimped the bottom on yet, which I probably should have, and that's why I brought the bead buddies over that I'm looking at right now. I'm like, why did I bring those bead buddies over? Oh, that's right. Because I wanted to not crimp yet. Well, that's okay. At least the rain stopped, my friends. I don't hear it anymore. I might have to go open the door, though, because it's starting to feel a little humid. All right, so we are on the other side of this now. How do we do it? Okay, ball, crystal. Okay, ball, boop, boop, boop. Crystal, ball, and then we're gonna do one of these, a potato chip, or not a potato chip, but one that looks like kind of a potato chip. That's a Diet Ruffles. That's what that is. That's a Diet Ruffles. Ruffles have ridges. You didn't need to say that, Call. I know. I just felt like it. All right. So, oh yeah. And then we're going to finish with this guy here. Do we want this guy? This guy. Okay. Is that how we finish? Okay. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got here. All right. So this will be, oh, wow. So, my friends, what I have done is made them the same length. So, we're definitely going to have to take, I know we're going to take this out. This is what we're going to take out. we're going to take this one out. You're gone. And I think we're just going to do, maybe just do that one. Take all the potatoes out. Do we put, yeah, we put crystals in this one. Okay. I don't know what's going on with you, my friend. But if you don't want to be here, that's fine. All right, so figure, give or take. Now, is that too short? Is the question. So let's see. So now how we want to do this as a, if it was hanging on our bodies, right? And that's how we're going to be able to tell where this one is going to sit. So I think that's going to sit nice. I think that's going to be a nice spacing. Okay, I'm okay with that. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to cut this off of the spool. So let me put a bead buddy on here. Let me push all this down to this end. I'm going to have to take some of this off. Put the bead buddy. Oops. Let me put that about here. So that's giving myself enough crimping area. All right. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this nonsense off here to make this more even. And so we just have this orange one. Actually, I don't know if I'm going to do this little guy at the end because we're going to have a crimp there and it's going to look like a little silver ball. So that'll be fine. Okay, let me just hold those in my fingers. Let's put this guy back out. And then let's see where we're at. So that will crimp. I think that's going to sit right there. I think that's going to be fine. Okay. All right, so let me go ahead and bead buddy that side. And then we will crimp this side. Okay, so we're going to get one of our crimp tubes. Oh my goodness. Seriously. This is why people like offices that say no pets in the office. Because of all this cat hair and people have allergies. Though, my friends, I do wipe stuff down. I really think it's from the bead mat because Princess was laying on the bead mat. Because I just pledged my desk right before I shot. So I don't think it's on my desk. But I do, before I sell my jewelry, guys, I do wipe everything down. And it's not like the cats are sitting on the jewelry. But I do try to, I think we might try to maybe keep the cats out of here when we renovate. I don't know. What do you guys think? I mean, I'm going to be completely honest with you, my friends. I don't really, like, I have an Etsy store, but I don't really sell much out of my Etsy store. So if you guys have cat allergies and you buy from me, just let me know in the comments. And I have this I have these hypoallergenic cat wipes that I wipe surfaces down and stuff because my son's girlfriend's allergic to cats. And I can wipe stuff down. There's our square. If I was like just more focused on my like selling jewelry and stuff, I guess I would take it a little bit more serious. But since I really don't sell a whole lot of jewelry, my main focus is instructing and, you know, doing these kinds of things. So I don't know. It's a lot to think about, my friends. It's a lot to think about, for sure. All right, so there we go with that side. And we are going to take this. Well, I left a whole lot of bead shirt. I was real generous with myself on this one. Okay. So here comes the fun part. This is where all the fun happens. Making sure that these are going to sit nicely. What is going on with this crimp tube? Okay, and we're making sure we're putting it on the right spot. And then pulling that up. Okay. I will go ahead and put this through this first bead here, like I did with the other one. And then I will bring my crimp tube all the way down here, and then I will just pull all of my work up here. Okay. So there we have that. Now, let's bring this down here because we have to see how, make sure this is going to lay nicely. So if we were to crimp right now, this is how this would sit. Oh, I like it. Oh, I like it. I think that's a really nice amount of space in there. And I love how this oval just kind of nestles in here. I think that's really pretty. So I'm very, very happy with that. So now we just got to crimp this guy on. Again, we're going to kind of fuss around, make sure there's no kinks and it's nice and flowy. Okay. Then I'm holding this tail here. Right here, I'm holding that tail stable. I'm going to bring my crimping pliers in. I'm going to find that crimp tube. Got to get stable my wire first. Okay. Pull that down a little bit, make a little bit bigger loop here. Okay, and crimp. And I'm going to bring it to the side and then crimp. And we're just going to roll it around and crimp it, making sure we're not eating that metal up, and we're just making nice crimps. Okay, let's give it a tug, and she's in there. Okay. All right, my friends. So this part of, sorry about that, this part of our necklace is done. So let's see what we have. So this is what we have. Now let's measure this on my neck here. I'm just going to measure it on my neck real quick. See where I want it, about my collarbone here. Okay. So now I'm going to cut my silver silk. Now here's the tricky part, right? So it's not really tricky, but let's bring in our doodads here. Let's bring in our doodads. So what I'm going to do is, I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to attack this beast. Trying to get this to sit nice. You know what, give me a second. I'm going to gather all these beads and move all of this out of my way. Okay, my friends, and we're back. I just wanted to move all that clutter out of the way. So let's bring our necklace here, because I just want to measure real quick. So when you measure this with the double strand, obviously it's going to be the upper strand up here. That is where you're going to get your, because this second, it doesn't really matter how long that is, because it's like the drapey part. So let me just see. This will be really nice when I get my other desk, because I have this thing on this side of my desk, and it's just such a small area. I can't even get my ruler all the way in here. Okay, so we're looking at about 7 inches. So now what we also have to take into consideration is, oh, that's the back side, is we're going to do some jump rings, right? So jump rings, we're going to have these guys. We're also having a clasp. So we have to measure all of that as well, so we can get our length here. I want about a 20-inch necklace. So we're at 7. Okay. So this portion is going to be probably over 1 inch. So we're looking at about 1.5 inches for the toggle. And then this portion is going to be about 1/4 inch. So we're looking at about I guess together, a 1/2 inch. Well, it has loops too, right? So that might be 1 inch. About a 1/2 inch, a little bit more than 1/2 inch for those, because it's gonna, the rope, the leather cord will settle up. I'm sorry, are you guys not focused this whole time? We'll settle up in there, so it'll take maybe like 1/8 inch out of that. So we'll figure about 3/4 inch here. So let's see. So that would be 7, 8, 9, 10. So figure we want about, let's see, about maybe 10 inches of this. Now I'm just going to put this around my neck here real quick and see where, I know you guys can't see this part. I apologize, but I'm not really good with measurements, so sometimes, like, I know this is going to be a necklace for myself. So then I just kind of, this is how I measure it. Okay, about right there. All right. So there. So about right here. Oh my God, that's a lot more than 10 inches, Kyle. Are you sure? Are you sure that's how high you want to go up? Okay. I'm going to go about here. All right, let's measure this. So it's going to be a little bit more than 20 inches. I don't want to use I'm just going to use, I think, scissors. I don't know how to cut this stuff. Should I use my regular cutters or should I use scissors? I don't know. Let's use scissors. I usually use scissors to cut my leather, so we're just going to go with the scissors. All right, so I have this portion for my necklace. All right, so and now I'm going to cut a piece of this one. I'm just wondering if, do I cut them the same size or do I cut one a little bit longer? Because one's going to be on the outside, one's going to be on the inside. So maybe I cut one just a little bit longer. Oh, those are my cutters. Where are my scissors? Oh, that quick, I put them away, my friends. I am so efficient today. Okay, just a little bit longer, and then we can cut down to measure. And I kind of like that. It's going to be real pretty. All right, my friends, let's get some jump rings out. Oh, you know what? I'm going to get different jump rings real quick, because those aren't the droids I'm looking for. All right, let's see what we got here. So we got some 5mm and we got some 6mm. I think we're going to go with the 5s. I don't want a terribly large jump ring here. So let's pick out some silver ones. And this is all 18 gauge stainless steel. So these are my favorite jump rings of choice. These I get from Bargain Bee Box. That's really the only place I get my jump rings from, is Bee Box Bargains, rather. I'm just going to pull out a couple in case I mess one up. And that's right. Only after the I really like the stainless steel, and I really like the 18 gauge. I also will buy the 20 gauge stainless steel as well. But I don't like to buy anything smaller than that. Okay. So now let's listen, guys, I've done this one time in my life. We're also going to separate these guys out. I've done this one time in my life where I put on, let me get my nylon jaw pliers. I think we need those for this. Where I put these end caps on. So from what I understand, because there's like a narrow channel there that you stick, this is really good if you have pliers like this with a little skinnier nose. Stick them in there and you can kind of like push your hands apart and open these up a little bit more. The double ones, I'm not going to lie, are a little bit harder to open. But you shouldn't have to open them too much. Just enough to kind of slide that in there. I'm going to have to open them up a little bit more. I feel like I'm not very strong at this. I feel like I have 0 hand strength today. Ugh. Okay. I think we've opened them up enough. I don't want to shoot them across the room. Guys, funny story. When the first time I had got a silver silk kit a long time ago. It was my first introduction to silver silk, and it was it was like an Alice in Wonderland kit, if I'm remembering correctly. Guys, I'm just gonna kind of just do this because sometimes these little wires might stick up when you cut them, so I just kind of like to just push them back down. Okay, see how that fits a lot nicer now that we've opened up that channel a little bit. Okay, so let's stick one. Oh, first we got to decide what do we want on the, we can decide what, well, no, because then we want the front. Okay, let's decide, do we want the inner chain or the outer chain? So I think I cut a bigger piece of this chain, right? Of the orange? No, the green. So the green is the outer chain. Okay. I would say it doesn't make a difference, but we want the silver silk insignia on the front. So this is the inner chain. Again, just going to kind of push those down. You can also take your pliers and you can kind of pick some of these out that are just like really, you know, just you can pick some of these out. They come right out. But I like to just kind of smooth them down like this. Sometimes you have to pick them out, but okay, so this would be the outer chain, this would be the inner chain. And sometimes when you close them, some of the little wires might stick out. You can clip all that. Okay, so that's the inner chain. This is the outer chain. All right, now that that popped out, good stuff. Okay. So anyway, I was telling you guys a story. My first kit was this Alice in Wonderland kit, and it was a really cool kit. And it was my first introduction with silver silk. There we go. And I want to do this part that I'm going to do now. So you just take your nylon jaw pliers. I think I'm going to use my bigger ones because they're just a little bit sturdier. And when I went to, you got to be real careful when you do this part, guys. When you do the smoosh down. Because the first time I did this, and I'm just doing it just small little increments here. The first time I did this, my tool slipped right off and my component went flying. And I still haven't found it yet. I'm sure when we renovate, we're going to find it. I'm going to be like, oh, there's that silver silk component. So now that I'm pretty confident that it is on there and it is not going to fall off. Then I'll be a little bit more aggressive here, right? Making sure both of these ends are down really well. Okay. And that is secure. And there's little teeth in there. Let me show you. There's little teeth in there that will just grab right on there and hold on for dear life. Now, here's where I said, because I can see a little piece over on this orange side. See that little piece of wire sticking up? Sometimes that happens. You just come in here and just clip that right off. It just clips right off. Sometimes you have to, there we go. Okay. And you want to make sure that's nice and smooth and there's no ends popping out. I think that's looking good. Okay. So there we go. So, oh. Okay, well then that'll go on this side. And then we will connect this with a jump ring. So let's get one of these jump rings together. We're almost done, guys. I promise. I'm going to let y'all go home so you can have family time with your families and all the things. No, let's use let's use these pliers, my friends. Let's use these pliers. Pretty soon we're going to have some matching pliers. So excited. All right. Now we're just going to open this jump ring. And we're going to connect this jump ring to this loop. Okay. And both of those loops, the loop on the silver silk component and the loop on the make sure the necklace isn't twisted. On the necklace. Oh, that's the wrong side. God, come on. Get it together. They should be going the same way, right? So both the loops should be facing you. And then this jump ring is the go-between. So just make sure that, you know, everything is in the right direction. Oh my gosh. Okay, so that jump ring just doesn't want to. It just doesn't want to go on. I don't know. Maybe it's just having an off day. That's okay. I respect it. I had an off day yesterday, so I know what that's like. Okay. And now we're just going to go, oh my lords. Oh my Lanta. Oh my Lanta. Okay. All right, half the battle. Half the battle is over, my friends. Almost. Why are you not wanting to close? What is happening with you? Is it too thick? Maybe I need a bigger jump ring. I might need a bigger jump ring. Let's see. Sorry about that. I'm going to make sure this jump ring isn't too small because we don't want it to twist. Oh my gosh, you guys, look what I did. The top strand is on the, hold on. What did we do here? Yep. I got to do it. I got to redo it anyway, my friends, because I put it, I'm going to get a 6mm jump. I don't know. I guess that's okay. Let's fix this. I can't believe I did that. I thought I was doing really good. That's why sometimes I struggle. I don't know where the jump ring thing is. Oh my goodness. That's why sometimes I struggle with multi-strand designs because, is that your split? Yeah. I think I'm going to put a 6mm jump ring. I think these are too small. No, I have silver in here. know I don't have a lot of silver in this size, but I know I have some. There's one. There's one. Okay. But yeah, don't shoot your silver silk things across the room, my friends. I don't advise that. Okay, let's try this one more time. Just one more time. We're going to open up our jump ring. Boop-a-doop. We're going to lay out our component, making sure that all of our strands are where they need to be. Okay. All right. Which is fine because I kind of boo-boo chewed anyway with the smaller jump ring, so it's okay. Okay, is that all in place? Yes, okay. There we go. See how much better that closed? Because it's just this needed a little bit, just a little bit more space in there. I was not giving it enough space. Okay, there we go. Noises all over the place today, my friends. I am so sorry. Okay. So then we bring these two strands. Oh, that's gonna be so pretty. All right, so let's see. Did I make? Let me just compare it onto my neck and make sure this is a desirable length here. Let's just make sure. Oh my God, it's not reaching around. I have to use my neck. Okay. Oh, that'd make it a little bit long. I think I'm just gonna cut this just a tiny bit. I think we're gonna cut these just a tiny bit. Okay, I'm about to smell. Wait, is that on the right side? Come on, Carl. What are you doing? Put it on the right side. I'm about to get real frustrated in a second here, guys, because it was on the right side, and now I feel like it's backwards. Because the silver silk insignia is on the back. About to have a meltdown. Give me 1 second. Okay, friends, I have decided, before I lose my ever-loving mind, that we're going to make we're going to finish this first. I think that's just smarter. So I'm going to lay my silver silk right next to each other, right? I'm just going to run my fingers down, right? And then I'm going to kind of do this. I am going to cut a little bit here. I'm going to try to cut it more even. But I don't think I quite need it this long. I think it's going to be a little long. Okay. Okay. All right, so we are making sure that our strands here, so this is on the outside. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to just cut a little, just tiny more piece off this one off, because the outer strand needs to be just a tiny bit longer than the inner strand, so then this way they sit nice. See, that's going to be a lot nicer. That is going to sit nice. Okay, I like that. All right, so now we're just going to go ahead and put this guy on. Man, you guys, I'm sorry. Just like, I feel like I've literally been making this project for 7 hours now, and I'm struggling right now. If I'm being honest, I'm struggling. I don't know why I'm struggling so much today. I have a lot of brain fog. I know that. I've got a lot of stuff on my mind, but I don't know. I mean, it's a beautiful project. I don't know what my struggle bus is. Okay, so we're going to go ahead. I'm going to try to put these both in at the same time. I think that would be smarter. Do we need to open this? I think we need to open this just a little bit more. I might take this off camera because I feel like I get more leverage if I just... There we go. I might try using this hand because my right hand, I've been having a lot of shoulder issues, my right shoulder, and it's causing me to lose some strength in my hand. And so hopefully that's open enough now. And we are making sure the insignia is on the right side. I don't know if it's recommended to put them both in at the same time, but that's what we're doing. All right, she's in. She's in, my friends. She's in. Now, real careful, like, we're going to take our pliers, And we're going to come in here and just, careful, squish a little bit. And we're going to be more careful, right? And we're going to squish a little bit. And we're still being careful. Squish that. Now I'm feeling a little more confident that I think we're pretty squished in there. So now I can come back to the front and I can really, really squish down. Right. So then we know she's locked in there. And I see some wires hanging out at the end. Again, that's okay. We will come in with these wires here. And we'll just, like you're giving it a haircut, just come in here. Oh no, where's my little trash pail? I was doing some moving some stuff around. And I lost my little trash pail. And for some reason it has beads in it now. I don't understand. Okay. Oh, there's some more. Okay. Let me just leave that out for a second while I trim these ends. Because there's a little trimming over here to do. I mean, they might go in nicer if you just do one at a time, but I don't know. It was easier to do them both, if you ask me. Okay, so that's looking good. And we got all of that one. And I'm just going to do another just little smoosh. Boop. Boop. Looking good. Okay. And bring this end back down and just do a little extra smoosh there. Just to make sure. Okay. Now we get to do the hard part. Oh my goodness. Okay. So here's our beautiful silver silk. Now one end we are going to connect to our ring and the other end is going to be connected to, let's see, which I guess it doesn't matter. I guess we'll connect the loop to that end. Did I bring out, are these all the big jump rings? Did I not bring out enough? I know I had to cut one because I got real frustrated and cut it. That's okay. I'll just grab another one. Okay. Where are my pliers? Let's bring our piece back in. Okay. So what I'm doing right now is I'm just going to connect this portion of our toggle hook eye and toggle. Hook eye and toggle. Yes, Kyle. That's exactly what it's called. Okay. We're just going to connect that one to that side. Okay. And then let's bring our beaded portion in. Make sure that it is on the right side. It is the right side. Okay. So here, what we're going to do is we're going to connect our, make sure that doesn't flip around, because that's probably what happened the last time. And then why I got so frustrated. Because I'm not cool. Well, I don't know how to handle my cool. I need a silver jump ring. My friends, I see you in there. Can I talk to you about our Lord and Savior, the jump ring? All right, sir. Okay. Why are you all in a death lock here? Get out. All right. So we're going to take this jump ring. We're going to take this portion of our necklace here. We're going to bring this jump ring and we're going to put it on our hook. Right? And I guess it doesn't matter however you want to hook it. I don't know if that part matters, honestly. I just know we're almost done and that makes me so happy because this is like, I'm serious, probably like 2 hours right now. I do apologize, guys. But I mean, listen, I'm probably not going to be around for a couple days because we're going to be redoing the office. So, I mean, you know, get your fill of me now while you can. That's all I'm saying. All right, so now we just have to easily connect this side to this side and we're done. Whew, man. I need to start thinking these half-baked ideas through a little bit more. Okay. Oh my goodness. That's too funny. And I still have a bunch of beads left over, like I said, for a bracelet. I think I'm going to just do a little asymmetrical bracelet. But I can't believe how many beads are in this kit. It just goes on and on and on. All right, my friends, there is our, everybody's in the right positions. But there is our, if we open it up a little more, there's our necklace. I hope you can see it all amidst all these jump rings here. OCD. Yeah, guys, my mental, my mentals are all crazy right now, as you can probably tell. I am, okay, there we go. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. Did you like this? I do really like these two colors together. I think, just they're all very complementary to each other. I will take some pictures of this, put it over in the, Silver Silkies group too. And I will also put it in the Gemstone Orphanage Facebook group. I'm just trying to arrange it so y'all can see it. So it looks nice. Okay. Anyway, that's about as good as it's going to get. But I'll shoot a picture, guys, and you'll see it in all of its glory when I shoot a picture. And that's just going to hang like that. Anyway, my friends, I hope you stuck with me through this whole mess. But we do have a beautiful necklace, my friends. We do have a beautiful necklace. You guys, if you are looking to hang out a little bit later tomorrow, and when I say later, 8 p.m. Eastern time, whatever that time is with you, I will be over on Jennifer Miller's Facebook group. YouTube channel. I'm not going to be I'm behind the scenes. I moderate for her, so I'm the queen behind the scenes. And so, guys, come over and hang out with us, though. We'll be over there with Stacy. She'll have Stacy Hecht on. And Stacy has been making the rounds, so you guys probably know who Stacy is. She's just everywhere, and I love seeing her beautiful face everywhere. But, yeah, hang out with us tomorrow, 8 o'clock, over on Jennifer Miller's YouTube channel. And until the next time, my friends, keep planting those magical beans, and I hope you guys are having a great day, and, and everything is good. Everything is good. And I will see you guys in a few days, probably. And then maybe, hopefully, there'll be, some changes. Maybe we'll have our computer set up. I don't know. Crossing my fingers, friends. All right, my loves. Till next time. Bye.